Hello, and welcome to LabelED Instructional Video Number 1, an introduction to LabelED. In this video, we'll quickly get you off the ground and running with LabelED and have you learning like never before in no time. So you've just downloaded LabelED. The first step is to open it. Here's your library screen. I have a lot of books in my library, so yours probably won't look like mine. But the core idea here is the same, and that is we are going to add a new book. So, to add a book, you tap the Add Book button in the top left-hand corner. It's the book that's a different color from all the rest. Just enter your book name. It could be anything you want. It's your learning experience. I'm going to name mine Muscles. Now, to enter your book, tap the book you just created. It appears right next to the Add Book button. This is an empty book. You need to fill it with whatever you want to learn. To start adding pages, tap the Add Page button. There are two options here. You can either take a photo and label that up if you like, and that could be very useful in some situations. Most of the time, I choose an existing photo because the photos I label either come from books that I'm reading and I want to learn more about, or it comes from the internet. And in either instance, I save the photo I want to label to my personal library. And that's exactly what I did here. So choose existing. You get to choose from your photo library. And I'm going to choose my bottom photo here. And I'm going to choose a photo of dermatomes. But regardless, it could be whatever you want. It's your learning experience. I just chose this photo for no apparent reason. So here we are in a page of LabelED. We've just started it, so there's nothing on it right now. And this is a Get Started Quick guide, so we're just going to quickly get started, laying down pins. So to lay down your first pin, just simply take your finger and hold it over the position where you want to drop a pin. There you go, you see? And these two buttons have started at the bottom. They've appeared. We have a green arrow, which will let you progress to the next screen, and you have an X, which will cancel adding a pin. You can tap all around the screen to change places of the pin, or you can pick up the pin with your finger and move it around to where you want. I'm going to move it back to where I originally started it, and hit the green arrow to proceed. Now type in the name of the label you want to have here. You can see I put my pin over T1, so I'm going to name this pin T1. And tap Enter. Now you need to tap somewhere on the screen to lay down the label. There you go. Again, you can grab it and move it around, or you can tap it to move it. You now have a green check mark down here, or an X. Again, the X cancels, and the green check mark will mean that you're okay with that positioning. Alright, so I'm going to add the rest of the labels here. Oh, it looks like I haven't added a label yet, and it will let me know if I haven't actually laid down the label. And that's what's happening here. So I tap OK, tap somewhere on the screen, and hit the green check mark. Alright, so we've added all our labels. But as you can see, the labels aren't going to be that useful right now because we still have the actual original names on the image. So what we want to do is delete those names from the image. So we have an eraser button for that. This next step requires us to bring up the menu bars. To bring up the menu bars, simply tap anywhere, really quickly, on the picture. There they are. In the bottom left, you have three buttons. The third button from the right is an eraser, and that's the button we're going to use to erase the original labels. I'm just going to zoom in, and then you just create little boxes over top of whatever you want to erase. You have three buttons now. This is actually the undo button, so if you're unhappy with the eraser box you've made, click it, and it will undo the box you created. Alright, So now we're done labeling our first page, and we're ready to learn from it. Continue on to the next instructional video if you want to learn about LabelED and how you can quiz yourself with it.